This video seems to have upset the internet. It's getting a lot of people to become upset. They're acting the same way that people act during road rage. Like they're just driving by and then they see this post and they start gesticulating, they start getting angry. It's a good and interesting observation. People do get angry. Why is that? Right? Like, why are people so upset seeing a lady issuing her commentary on anime? Well, the first thing that we need to answer is, why are we even talking about anime? Like, we're Westerners. Why is anime such a hot topic in 2025? And the answer, as I said before, this wasn't the case in the past. In the past, we would have talked about our TV shows. We would have talked about our cartoons. We would have talked about our video games, and more importantly, our comic books. And so why don't we? Why don't we talk about these things? Oh, because they have been turned to shit. It's not that anime has become better. In fact, anyone that watched anime from the 90s, like, they would notice that in the past, anime was actually even cooler than it is now. They didn't have, like, the same special effects and the same drawing abilities that modern artists do. But when it comes to plot lines, to stories, like, anime from the past was actually more visceral, more interesting. And despite the fact that anime has actually diluted in the entertainment quality, it's still light years ahead of anything that the West produces. And so you gotta wonder, like, what happened in the West? Like, how did the West destroy its own culture? Like, why did we destroy our own industry? And the answer is because of people like this using the exact same tactics that this lady is using here. So, what do I mean by it? Well, even the title, right? Like, the commodification of the magical girl. Like, she's not saying the pussification of the magical girl or turning magical girls into sluts. Like, she's not using, like, actual language that normal people use. She's using academic language. Like, she's using sanitized, corporate language. Like, appeal to me because I'm an intellectual. I know what I'm talking about. So, all of a sudden, like, you notice she's not talking as an anime fan. Like, anime fans do not use the word commodification, ever. If you use that word, you get slapped and called a retard. It's like, talk normal. What the fuck are you doing? Why are you being pretentious, right? And so, like, you notice the separation. But the second thing is the trauma that a lot of anime fans experience while looking at this girl. You see, anime fans, most of us, didn't start by liking anime. No, we actually started by liking Western stuff. Like, we like TV shows, as I mentioned before, video games, cartoons, and there were people that destroyed that culture, turned it into shit. And so we sought refuge to the only other art form that was talking about family, making friendship, not being ashamed of human sexuality. It wasn't perfect. It had many taboos, had certain things that made me uncomfortable, but at the end of the day, any port in the storm. Like, between being forced to watch Steven Universe or Disney characters experiencing their first homosexual kiss, I would rather watch Uzaki-chan or Sailor Moon, whatever the fuck. You know, just take me away from the garbage that the West is churning out. And so, the reason, as I mentioned before, the garbage was being churned out is because you had the same political commentators, like the same women, all of them leftists, usually having the problem glasses, or leftist signifiers such as vulgar tattoos or nose rings, and all the other shaved hair color dyed. Like, you start noticing patterns after a while. And they come in and they talk, it's like, oh, okay, well, this media has taboos. That was pretty much their argument, right? Like, this is taboo. You shouldn't have sexualization. It's taboo. You shouldn't have fan service. It's taboo. This is not okay. Rape culture, blah, blah, blah. And they would use, like, the academic sanitized language in order to deconstruct. To constantly, like, complain, no, you're not allowed to have this theme. You're not allowed to have that theme. This one is not okay. That one is not okay. And they managed to gain an audience of psychopaths. Like, people that just like to destroy, harass, go after artists, go after businesses, target advertisers, target payment processors. And so businesses got afraid. And what businesses did, it's like, okay, well, apparently there's a list of ever-growing taboos that we're not allowed to touch. and they seem to be coming up every month or so. Like every month there's a new thing that you're not allowed to do. Or you actually have requirements. Like, okay, besides the fact that you're not allowed to talk about the taboos, but you're now required to have black characters in. You're now required to have social justice themes in. And so what they did is like they started hiring consultants. You know, they would go to people like this, find out who their friends are, and start getting them. It was like a racket industry. It's like if you hire our consultants, this lady won't criticize you. And that's pretty much what happened to the Western industry. It got destroyed by committee. It got destroyed by taboos. It got destroyed by requirements. And now when people are seeing the exact same tactic being done to anime, like, we don't care if the taboo they're complaining is legit or not. It's just like, no, this is the last bastion. This is the hill we die on. Because there's no other hills. And what's interesting is that in the current year, if you actually want to create something, it's so easy, right? Like, you have crowdfunding websites, you got AI, you got, like, imagination is your limit. If you actually believe that anime is bad, the way to fight against anime would be to create your own stuff. Has Been Hotel is a perfect example, you know, like, unfortunately season 2 is shit. But at least, like, someone is trying to make some Western culture. Oh, it's not perfect. Well, why don't you make your own as well and then compete with Has Been Hotel? Like, we need to actually start encouraging Westerners to start making Western stuff so that eventually something can actually compete with Asia. Because honestly, like, if the solution is like, okay, well, we can't do it. We're a cargo cult now. And so we need to destroy Asian culture as well. We need to start criticizing them. We need to bring our taboos over there. We need to make sure that their anime is sanitized and corporate and squeaky clean so that they can have the same garbage that we created. Like, seriously, you know, in the last 20 years, like, is there anything that these critics have liked? Because that's another thing. Like, notice they only criticize and they complain, and they always do it on stuff that's popular. Like, they don't do it with something that's niche and doesn't work. And they're like, okay, well, this one got no views. Here's what it did wrong. Here's what others can learn from its failure. No. They will criticize stuff that's extremely popular. And they will complain about stuff despite the fact that the series, I mean, Sailor Moon, right? Like, it's a picture of Usagi-chan beside... Uzaki, right? Uzaki? She's so popular that even in Eastern Europe, people know about Sailor Moon. Like, I grew up with this. And to take, like, a masterpiece and criticize it, to me, it's like taking a piece from Beethoven and starting to complain about it. And it's like, yeah, but it's Beethoven, you know? Like, shut the fuck up. Like, you're complaining about something classic. The commodification of the magical girl. Again, as if it's something wrong, you know? Like a teenager, a 15-year-old, watching a slice of life cartoon about a heterosexual romance between this chick and Mamoru, or whatever the fuck her name is, versus watching Steven Universe, where you have, like, themes of homosexuality, or watching a Marvel movie where the female character is perpetually upset. She's got, like, perpetual resting bitch face, and the message is, men bad, women oppressed, men need to suffer because women suffered in the past, it's our time to shine, and if you don't agree, you're fired, and by the way, pay the admission ticket, you fucking bigot. Go watch the Disney slop. Haha. Yeah, this is why this needs to be rejected. This is why, like, anyone that even entertains this, and why I'm not even playing the video, I don't give a shit, okay? Like, any type of criticism that's like, oh my goodness, taboos bad, taboo, no, taboo this, taboo that, and using sanitizing language, commodification, sexualization, blah, blah, blah. I have no time for that shit. I'm a bigot. They turned me into a bigot. I don't even want to hear it, okay? I would rather listen to AI slop than to hear these people do the same thing that I've seen them do for the last decade. And I judge them by the fruits of their labor. I don't care what they say. I don't care how they talk. By the fruits of their labor, you should judge them. And so far, I'm looking at the Western industry. Ever since the criticisms came, the industry hasn't improved. Quite the opposite. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.